Janice.
I'm Adam.
My name's Mike.
I'm Rob Wick.
My name is Jonathan Flick.
I'm Mike with Advanced RV. Welcome to Vihaan. And Melvin and Angie, you gave us a lot of fun and a lot of challenges in building this van.
It's Melvin Thiede with my wife Angie, and we're here from Chicago. Today we took possession after 3 years of something that we created from scratch, and we're ecstatic.
There are so many things with this build that are cool that it's hard for me to think of them all. But one thing is it's a 144. So it's compact, it's about 19 feet long, and yet it feels incredibly spacious inside. And one of the reasons is because there's no door here. There's no man door in the rear. Melvin and Angie had a van before this, and they always went in and out the driver and passenger doors. So they said, why should we block this much space out of the side of the van when we don't even use the door? This creates a cocoon, a very secure feeling, spacious, but protected and efficient space use cocoon.
First thing they asked me when they came here to interview us is, will you build a B-Box without an entry door?
We called Advanced RV and said, we don't want a door and we want a 144. After they picked up the phone off the floor to say, we finally get to build a 144 and we're going to do it very different.
There's no man door going into the coach. So we had to develop a way to do as much as we could while the box was off the chassis, developing the cabinets in a manner that, we could get them in, but we also had to build in an amount of modular cabinetry that could be removed in the event of service. Let's say if the refrigerator needed to be replaced. We have to be able to get it out of the van, particularly without taking out one of the seats. This whole section, bed platform included, these center cabinets, can all be disassembled and everything can be removed from the rear hatch, creating a big path to get anything large out of here should it need to come out. Not having the man door, which would normally be in this area, provided us the ability to put in this great big folding table, which was an objective of the clients, and we got great seating and great access and a really nice work surface and dining surface.
They're able to dine or work very comfortably with a nice view. This is actually very nice.
Yeah.
Melvin is in technology and Angie is in the medical field. They're both going to be working remotely. They're going to swivel the passenger seat. They're going to be sitting across from each other. A lot of technology in this van that will help them stay connected on the road.
This is probably the best connected vehicle that we've made to date. And you can see that he's got both a Verizon and a T-Mobile cellular link, as well as Starlink satellite. He also has a DVR camera system that's 360. That is accessible from the internet at all times as well. So the connectivity in this vehicle is second to none so far that we've done.
My wife is a nurse and she has to be on the phone at a certain time during her shift. And eventually, as life changes for us, we won't need that technology. But right now, we're forced to have that.
We've got microwaves, refrigerators. Located up here, we've got Starlink. At the bottom here, we've got our inverter and all of our electronic systems, and all these things generate a lot of heat. And so behind the scenes, you have cooling ducts, there's fans, there's thermostats, and we also use some of that residual heat in the wintertime to heat the garage space. One of the coolest things about this is electric bikes. So we got a rear hatch and two side hatches. Pop the rear hatch open, you can see the bikes in there. And you might ask yourself, well, how do you get those bikes in and out? But what's so cool is we've got pull-out trays to load and unload your bikes or other cargo.
They really wanted a garage space. That's what they started with. And then eventually the conversation evolved into, can we have an outdoor cooking space too? It's basically a pull-out table, but it's near an outlet. And they have a portable cooktop, so they can bring their cooktop out here. They have a water source in their belly boxes, and it's a great place to hang out and have an outdoor meal.
The bike trays are removable, and also the table is removable, and so it frees up that space for doing other things if you don't want to haul your bikes. When you're talking about garage space, there's kind of two ways to do it. You can do the platform bed, which this truck has, which is really cool. It's got tons of benefits to do that. Or you can do the other kind of a garage space, which is a floor to ceiling garage space, which has a little bit more access, a larger hatch. You know, you can get taller things in. The platform bed, exterior, you gain lots of storage. Interior, you gain easy access to a bed that you can leave, partially made up when you're traveling, which is great because you can just jump in and sleep. And one of the really cool features of this truck is we've got some hidden access underneath the pillows. There's a very deep well for storage. This is on both the driver and passenger side. We've got this well. In order to get up into the bed, it's kind of high. We got a pull-out step down here. So you've got an access there. This pulls out. And so this way you can climb up into the bed. You've got a 144 van, short, but you've got the interior space of a 170. It really seems roomy in here. And if you compared this interior to a 144 regular van, it's like night and day. It's substantially different.
Every time I've walked into a 144, I have felt the reduction in space. I don't feel that in this van. So if a 144 size is important to clients, I think it's good to know that this still feels spacious.
We thought we needed everything. The kitchen sink plus washer and dryer plus pop-up, the asteroid, we wanted that. And Mike was like, we can do that, but you need to build what you want to build, and we'll build that for you. 3 years later, we're not looking for the biggest thing. Every time we take on a trip and said, I haven't touched that for 3 trips, we take it out. The next thing, half of our cabinets were empty in the old Sprinter van. So we decided we don't need that.
I love the efficiency of space use. They knew exactly what bikes they wanted, how they folded up. I can't walk by this and look at it without being amazed at the paint job. It's the paint job that you'd put on a 1915 Rolls Royce if you were redoing it.
One of the things we did a little differently on the box itself was we sanded it and then we primed it, and then we sanded it again. Because there's such a weave pattern in the fiberglass, we tried to get rid of as much of that as possible without adding any body fillers or anything like that that could crack over time. The vehicle's painted, it's base coated, it's clear coated, and then it's wet sanded and buffed to give it that smooth finish and to get rid of, as many imperfections as possible in the paint finish. The bumper was also painted. This van has a adaptive cruise control. Because we put the winch in here, this module had to get moved out. This cover plate is not exactly straight. It's kind of, it's about a 1/4 inch angled towards this side. Reason being is we use our Zentry tool, which is the Mercedes programming tool, to calibrate this and to make sure that it's at Mercedes specification.
Recently, the Mercedes has made this possible for us to have all-wheel drive cab chassis. You can see that got the extra ground clearance. This is the new 4-cylinder turbo. I believe it's got a 10-speed automatic with the all-wheel drive system.
I took this out for photos and video last night. Combine the 4-cylinder with the all-wheel drive with the 144 chassis. I could do anything I wanted out there. And then the other thing too I'll add is the camera systems that we've got on there. We got cameras on all sides. I could back up for my shots and know I wasn't hitting anything.
The way we traveled with our old van, we'll be able to travel differently with Vihaan because we can go where our other van just couldn't go. This is a 4x4. It's up off the ground. We have a house in Colorado that's up on a mountain. To get there and get back is going to be something that we're going to be able to achieve with our other van. We couldn't do that. Angie and I are very, as a couple, we really work together to create this van together. And there's a lot of her in this van as much as there's a lot of me in this van. And I think that's important. And the process has been amazing, and we love it.